For today's video, we're just going to talk about this little chess game and how you can't forget about those basics of forks, tricks, and all that, but also kind of exciting game, and you got another little audience member to watch. Okay, I'll just sit him over here for the rest of the video. So it's black. First moves, they weren't too exciting. Now this move, I can't say I don't like the move, just that this move, all you really have is just a bishop guarding all these light squares, and you're probably gonna castle side. So if you do castle side, you got all these light squares, and they're all under the pressure of this bishop. So if you get rid of this bishop, then things are probably not gonna turn out too well. And I did eventually do that, and again, I did win. So wait, this move, you already see I'm gearing up for this bishop h3 move to get rid of that bishop. This move itself wasn't surprising, but this knight takes was surprising. So you see, I was expecting the pawn takes because, okay, I was expecting pawn takes, and if I'm careless, I'll do stuff like this, and then stuff like this, and stuff like this. Wait, no, knight. And take with the queen. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. I mean, you just wasted a whole bunch of tempos, and it gets annoying as you play it out yourself. So, I'm kind of surprised he did this. I didn't think hard enough about why he played that move. So, that was a bad idea. But this is also one of those positions where you get lucky and the tactic doesn't work. I can't say it doesn't work. It just works, but you have another tactic in store for them. So I castled. I decided that using opposite size castling, because I love opposite size castling, because if you do that, well, then you can pawn storm, like just throw those pawns on the board and attack the king. I love that, but I decided it was too risky because just like I said, this pawn is coming down, and then I'm probably not gonna live to tell the tale. But so I did play this move. He took, and then I counted. Okay, basics of chess. 1, 2, 2 versus 2. It looks fine, but it's not really, because if I take, I'll have 2 attackers versus my 1, and that's not good. But what I did see was that, well, if I take this bishop, and I am very well aware my queen is in danger, but if I take this bishop and his king takes, well, then his king is exposed again, right? All these light squares, his king is exposed because of this little idea he played at the beginning. His king is exposed, so my queen gets to here. I'll be checking this king, and I'll be attacking this square. So I just need to clear out a path for this queen. So I took off the bishop. He took. I took. He took. Okay, he's ahead by a pawn. I took. Obviously, you can't take because his rook is hanging. He took, and this is where the fork came in. And he probably just forgot that my queen was on e5 and not d5. So he took the pawn, but sadly, my queen is on e5, so I'm guarding the pawn. Backward moves are all kind of hard to see, so anyways. Put the rook over. This is not. Okay, I thought a little bit about this queen c4 move before I actually played it, because a lot of times this happens, like if my queen was on this, if my king was on h8 instead of g8, well then there's stuff like this happens, because this is an idea called Desperado, where you kind of like, where it's like, where you know you're gonna lose something when you do something else, but you might as well get something for the stuff you lose. So if you know that when you take this queen, that you're gonna lose your queen, you might as well get something for your queen. So put the kings back where they go. You might as well lose your king or queen, so you might as well get something for your queen. Here it's a pawn. And of course, I'm gonna take, and then Now we still don't forget that we still want the queen, but now look, if you count the material carefully, see that I'm still up the knight and the rook, but now he was down one less pawn. So that's the idea of Desperado. So this one was weird because we just took the pawn. This move takes. He ran over here. I checked, and I checked again. Even my knight isn't really in danger because this pawn is pinned. Now my knight is in danger because this pawn is not pinned. So I ran away. And I had the feeling this was a pawn storm, but now this idea, you're supposed to trade queens when you're down. And I forked this king and the pawn. He ran here. I ducked to get this one. He ducked over, and after this move, he just resigned because this pawn is going down, most likely. This pawn is going to make a queen, and I'm up the rook and the knight, so there's not really much of another reason he wants to keep playing.